In this video, we will be going over the holds you will use to assist your student while they're riding. The first hold we'll go over is the ankle hold, which is pictured here. This hold is used for the majority of our students that are gaining their independence and don't need as much physical assistance while they're riding, but sometimes need their ankle to be held, either to give them a little bit more security if they're getting on their horse and they're a little bit nervous, or it can be used to help keep their legs in position while they are at the walk or the trot. Another use for this hold might be if your student has tight legs and they squeeze their horse unintentionally with their heels. We will have you slip your hand in between the student's foot and the horse's side to keep the horse from getting unintentional cues to go faster. It can also cause some irritation in our horse if they're getting squeezed the entire time. In this hold, we will ask that you stay in alignment with your student the whole time. You don't want to get too far up towards your horse's shoulder or too far back by their hip. You want to keep your shoulders right there in alignment with your student's shoulders. The next hold we'll go over is the thigh hold, which is pictured here. With this hold, you will place your forearm over your student's thigh and either wrap your fingers around the front of the saddle or gently rest them on top of the saddle. If you do wrap your fingers around the front of the saddle, we ask that you not apply too much pressure or you could shift the saddle out of position. This hold is used for our students who still need a little bit of physical assistance, either keeping their balance or they need that extra security while they're in the saddle. It is important to note that you will usually always have a second side helper when you are doing this hold. And if one side is applying a little bit too much pressure and the other side is not applying the same amount of pressure, you could slide your student out of balance just a little bit. Again, with this position, you will want to keep your shoulders in alignment with your student's shoulders and stay right there next to your rider and not too far forward or behind. This video gives you an example of the thigh ankle hold combo, which is exactly what it sounds like. You do a thigh hold over the student's thigh and then you use your other hand to hold their ankle. This hold is a little bit strenuous on our side helpers, and so if you are using this hold, you won't have to do it for very long. It is usually for our students that need some extra help keeping their balance at the trot. The last position we will be going over is the spotter. During the lesson, the spotter is not next to our student to be providing any sort of physical support, but instead their main role is to help our students stay on task and be able to follow the directions of the instructor. So you may be helping them point out things on the wall that they are supposed to be stopping next to, reminding them to keep their hands up off the saddle and to be steering, as well as helping them with any games they may be doing throughout the lesson. It is still important to stay right there in position with the student at their shoulder, however.